Good morning to all of you. I hope you all are paying extra attention towards your studies and doing your homework whatever is allotted to you. Yesterday, I gave you 5 short questions to do. Check your answers first. Your first question was, which research did Albright begin in his second year in high school? Answer is given in the extract. Its answer is, in his second year, Albright began his research which led him to the discovery of an unknown insect hormone. Question number 2 was, which new theory did it lead to? It stands for the discovery which he did. The discovery of an unknown insect hormone led to a new theory on the life of cells. Question number 3, what was the question that Richard tried to answer? Only the question is asked. So, the question that Richard tried to answer, take this portion from the question itself. The question that Richard tried to answer was, what is the purpose of the 12 tiny gold spots on a monarch pupa? Question number 4, give a synonym of ornamental. While explaining, I gave you 3 meanings of ornamental. So, your answer must be decorative or showy. Question number 5, find a word from the extract which is the opposite of directly. You have to find from the passage itself. So, the word is given in the passage indirectly. Its answer is indirectly. In the foregoing lecture, I explained you that in the 8th grade project which Albright did, what he did? He tried to find the cause of viral disease that kills monarch caterpillars. Then his next project was to test the theory whether viceroy butterflies copy monarch butterflies in order to save themselves. Then after this, what he did? He gave a new theory on the life of cells. Then he explained what is the purpose of 12 tiny spots on a monarch pupa. They are helpful in the development of butterflies. Winning first prize in the county fair gave him an entry into International Science and Engineering Fair. There he won 3rd place for geology and got a chance to work during summers at Walter Reed Army Institute of Research. So, let us proceed further. Page number 36. We did up to the point Walter Reed Army Institute of Research. As a high school junior, Richard Albright continued his advanced experiments on the monarch pupa. He continued doing experiment on the species named monarch and its pupa. That year, his project won first place at the International Science Fair. At the International Science Fair, he got the first prize and gave him another chance to work in army laboratory during the summer. After winning, he got a chance to work in the army laboratory. In his senior year, he went a step further. He continued. He grew cells from a monarch's wing. Now, he tried to grow cells from a monarch's wing in a culture. Culture here means cultivation, and showed that cells would divide and develop into normal butterfly wing scales only if they were fed the hormone from the gold spots. What he invented? If they are fed from the hormones, they are fed with the hormones taken from the gold spots, cells would divide and they can develop. That project won first place for geology at the international fair. Now, he got the first prize in geology at international fair. He spent the summers after graduation doing further work at the Army laboratory and at the laboratory of the US Department of Agriculture. He continued with his experiments. He did his experiments in the laboratory of US Department of Agriculture and the Army laboratory. The following summer, the following means the next summer, the succeeding summer. The following summer, after his freshman year here means the first year at Harvard University, after his first year at Harvard University, Albright went back to laboratory of Department of Agriculture. He again returned back to the Department of Agriculture and did more work on the hormone from the gold spots. I told you the meaning of hormone, a substance in your body that influences growth and development. Using the laboratory's sophisticated here means very advanced, very complicated. Using the laboratory's sophisticated instruments, with the help of advanced instruments, he was able to identify the hormone's chemical structure. He was able to know about the chemical structure of the hormones. A year and a half later, after half an year, during his junior year, Albright got the idea for his new theory about cell life. It came while he was looking at X-ray photos of the chemical structures of a hormone. What he was doing? He was looking at the X-ray photos and the chemical structures in those photos of a hormone. At that time, he got a new idea about cell life. When he saw those photos, Albright did not shout. When he got the idea, he did not shout. Eureka! It means a cry of triumph at a discovery. Really, he has found something. Knowing this even, he did not give a shout, or even I have got it. Nor even he has spoken the words, I have got it, I have found it, I have succeeded. But he believed that along with his findings about insect hormones, the photos gave him the answer to one of the biology's puzzles. While doing this experiment, he found about the insect hormones, but side by side he got answer to a biological puzzle. What was that? How the cell can read the blueprint of its DNA. How the cells can read the blueprint of DNA. Now, what is DNA? DNA is a substance in the nucleus. Nucleus means the central part. In the nucleus, in the central part of a cell, and controls heredity. How it controls heredity? He found the answer of it. It determines, DNA determines, it stands for the DNA. DNA determines the form and function of the cell. Thus, DNA is blueprint for life. He found all this. He solved a biological puzzle here. Albright and his college roommate, his friend James R. Wong, worked all that night drawing pictures and constructing plastic models of molecules to show how it could happen. For the whole night, he and his friend, both his roommate named James R. Wong, what they did? They drew pictures and constructed plastic models of molecules. Molecules in Hindi, it is known as Anu. In English, you can say the smallest unit into which a substance can be divided without changing its chemical nature. Without changing chemical nature, that substance can be divided. So, to show how it could happen, for this they did labor whole night. Together they later wrote the paper that explained the theory. They concluded and they wrote a paper also. Surprisingly, astonishingly, no one who knew him, Richard Albright, graduated from Harvard with the highest honors, second in his class of 1510. So, great achievement. He graduated from the reputed university, Harvard University, and he stood second and the class strength was 1510. Really a great achievement for him. Albright went on to become a graduate student researcher at Harvard Medical School. Then he became the graduate student researcher at the Harvard Medical School. There he began doing experiments to test his theory. Further he started doing the experiment there. Now he was a scientist. Then if the theory proves correct, what he stresses? If the theory proves correct, it will be a big step towards understanding the processes of life. If this theory succeeds, we will be able to understand the processes of a life. It might also lead to new ideas for preventing, for controlling some types of cancer and other diseases. If we succeed, what can be done? We can control cancer and some other diseases also. All of this is possible because of Albright's scientific curiosity. He was having a scientific curiosity. He was eager to know more and more about science. It was all possible because of his curiosity. His high school research into the purpose of the spot on a monarch pupa eventually means finally, you can say in the end, led him to his theory about cell life. So, this was a curiosity right from his childhood, right from where he started studying, experimenting about monarch pupas. This led him to a great success and he was able to give a theory about cell life. So, today's homework, I am giving you only a one line reference to context question. I have written one line, it is from page number 37. The passage I have explained just now. If the theory proves correct, only this is a line, I have written the line, it is a single sentence. If the theory proves correct, it will be a big step towards understanding the processes of life. I have not given you the whole paragraph. From single line, we can derive many of the question. So, while preparing for the exam, you have to go through the lesson and try to make questions and give answers if you really want to get colorful results and good marks. So, from this line I have drawn the questions. Question number 1, what is the theory about? Question number 2, who proposed the theory? Question number 3, which part of speech is life as used in this extract. Keeping in view this line, you have to tell which part of speech is life. Related to grammar, I have added one question. Then question number 4, give a synonym of correct, similar meaning of correct. Question number 5, find a word from the extract which means in the direction of, you have to find the word from this line. Then question number 6, give opposite of big. Question number 7, what does it stands for in the given sentence? So, answer these questions in your notebooks. Thank you. Stay happy.